Lawmakers in the Sooner State we have heard from so far are saying President Trump has made the right call. Governor Stitt taking to X tonight saying the world is safer for President Trump's actions. From the Senate, U.S. Senator James Lankford echoing this message, emphasizing his support for the U.S. military. A member of U.S. Senate's Select Committee on Intelligence, the attack on Iran comes 1 month after Lankford traveled to meet with Middle East leaders in Iraq, Lebanon, Jordan, and Israel. U.S. Senator Mark Wayne Mullen claims the attack ends a, quote, forever war, saying in part the president was clear Iran must never have a nuclear weapon. The Republican-led Senate GOP trusts President Trump to keep America safe, free, and prosperous. On the House side, I also had the chance to speak with Oklahoma State Representative Justin Humphrey. He trusts the judgment of the president, but admits he's worried for his son, who is going through Army boot camp, and what could come after the attack.
He warned them. He's warned them quite a bit. He is trying to break up regimes. I think sometimes you have to show strength to prevent other problems. And I think what he's doing right here is showing that he will carry out strikes, that he is not bluff, and that I should think he's showing strength. I hope that sends a great message. I'm not worried about Iran. What I'm worried about is who would team up with Iran. Does this start something much, much bigger than just Iran? And so, again, we're going to have to wait for a couple of days to see, or weeks to the coming days to see whether this unites others, whether people come to join, Iran.
I also spoke with Alex Gray, who was the chief of staff of the National Security Council during President Trump's first term. He tells me the president made this decision with real-time intelligence from across the globe in the best interest of the country and our allies.
Just looking at how the president views the world, there are kind of two conflicting things that he was looking at. The president has been criticizing U.S. involvement in the Middle East from long before he was an elected official. At the same time, he said for over a decade that Iran should never be allowed to have nuclear weapons.
As we hear from elected leaders, we'll be sure to share their reactions on our website. Reporting in the newsroom, Olivia Hickey, KOCO 5 News.